This week on Coffin Fodder, grab Mom, grab Liz, and head to the pub, because we are here to talk about Shaun of the Dead.
I am the devil, and I am here to do the devil's work.
I like to dissect girls.
This is God.
We have such sights to show you.
Look at me, Damien. It's all for you.
When there's no more room in hell, the dead will walk here.
I see dead red.
Even in hell. Oh, yes. Oh, no tears, please.
They're here.
Here's Johnny.
Hello and welcome to Coffin Fodder episode 49. I am your host, Mike Warby, and I am joined by a man who plays video games even in death, Mr. Kyle Mickleborough.
Yo!
And the dude who's definitely holding up in the pub during the apocalypse, Mr. Brady Silver.
Pour me a pint and I'll be happy.
Yep. And with that intro out of the way, we are here to talk about the 2004 comedy horror, Shaun of the Dead.
Shaunathy, as they call him.
Yes. And it's a pretty fun time at the old pub.
Yeah.
Down at the Winchester.
Yep. So yeah, this movie follows a group of friends. In case you're, unfamiliar, it follows a group of friends who are basically trying to survive the apocalypse without even realizing it for about the first 40-ish minutes.
Yeah, it's the quiet, the silent apocalypse thing around them.
As Kyle called it, the dumb apocalypse.
Yeah.
I remember writing down in my notes the most boring apocalypse ever.
Absolutely.
Because for the first 45 minutes, nobody even knows it's an apocalypse.
Yeah, it's the exact same as his first day where everyone's just sleepy on their phones walking to work. Same thing as when they're zombies and eating brains.
What's really funny, though, is if you read any of the newspapers or kind of read what the captions say on the TVs, it's like impending doom, nuclear fallout, or nuclear weapons cause radiation poisoning. It's like they're telling the whole, zombies are coming.
Exactly.
Before, and then, but everyone's already a zombie, so.
Nobody even notices, right? Yeah. And it's like every station's broadcasting what's going to happen.
They do that bit later, and it's really funny because every time someone's trying to talk about it, Shaun keeps changing the channel, but the way they stitch the words together from the different channels are still talking about
the zombie apocalypse. Yeah.
That part was really funny.
Yeah,
that really had me.
It's a clever as hell show doing little things like that through the whole thing.
It's like you can't even ignore the apocalypse when you're changing the channel.
Right in front of you.
Yeah, and somehow they still don't notice. So yeah, we meet our first character of reference is obviously Shaun.
Mr. Simon Pegg.
Yeah. So Shaun is sort of a down and out loser who doesn't really necessarily realize he's a loser until his girlfriend breaks up with him.
Uh-oh. But he's got his best buddy.
Yeah.
Well, and that's part of the problem, as we see in the opening of the movie.
Yeah.
So the movie opens with them in the pub arguing about their relationship. And as they keep bringing up their friends, it's revealed that their friends are also there drinking with them.
Mm-hmm. They're actually in a relationship with each other and their whole friend group.
Basically, yes. And everybody's quite invested in the relationship, despite the fact that most of them aren't in it.
Right.
Yeah.
Some of them want to be.
Yes.
I like how when Liz and Shaun are talking and Liz goes, "It's not that I don't like Ed," and then the camera pans to Ed and it's, "Oh, all right." And you're like, "You're in love with your best friend." And he's like, "He doesn't have many friends." Hey, you cunts want to find. There you go, love.
Oh, the pain. He doesn't have many friends, all three of us.
Too close to home.
Yes. My only friends are basically in this room.
Likewise.
Yeah.
Yeah, likewise.
Right, so that's where the movie starts off. Very quickly, we see that Liz has some validity to what she's complaining about, because Shaun fucks up everything. He's like, okay, that conversation ends with them deciding that they're going to have just a date, just the two of them, not at the pub, with no one else. And Shaun fucks up every single condition.
Motherfucker.
Every single condition.
He is not an attentive partner.
No. And then he tries to rectify it by bringing her his mom's flowers. And then she reads the note and is like, "These are for your mom, right?" And he's like, "Yes." So yeah, he's literally successfully failed every single thing that he needed to do to make his girlfriend happy.
Rectify him? I barely knew him.
When Liz is looking at the card for the flowers, she goes, "For a wonderful mom." And Shaun goes, well, you talked about committing more, and I thought it'd be a funny joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, this kind of seems like for a second she might actually buy it.
For about 1 second.
Yeah.
Yeah. One
And she's like, these were for your mom, right? And he's like, yeah.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay, well, that's it, dude. You can't shit the bed that hard after just reassuring your girlfriend that you're going to finally figure it out.
And he misses making the reservation to the nice restaurant and suggests, why not the pub?
Yes.
This fucking guy.
Yeah, so it'll just be all of us with our friends at the pubs.
Right.
Like last night, what we were just talking about that you don't want to
That you don't like. Yeah.
There's also a really funny bit during the scene where they're arguing where Liz is like, we don't go out and do things. He goes, we've been to Greece. And Liz goes, we met in Greece.
That was the one time.
Yeah, because she mentioned specifically we never travel. And he's like, what about Greece? That's where we met.
He's so spaced.
Yeah.
If anyone gets that.
Indeed, I do.
I know.
Indeed, I do.
Yeah, don't.
There was a Simon Pegg show where they have like nerds at a comic book store that's called Space.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, really fun show.
Is that prior to this?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Wait.
By how much? Oh, way before
I think it was BBC show. Yeah.
Yeah, big glass talk show. Yeah,
Man, you beat me to it.
Jeez Louise.
I could beat you at the. You beat me.
You know, I'm probably in the room with the right people to ask this. Where did Simon Pegg get his start? What was his first thing?
I think it was Space.
That show?
Probably wouldn't-
If he was on something else before that, I was unaware
I
of
think
it.
he might have been on one of the like a side character on one of the Doctor Who.
Oh, I'm sure he was in and out of a few things, yeah. Before he...
Tell you what, he was in and out of the Liz, isn't it?
And she was in and out with him.
Oh, no. David listening against the door.
Yes.
Get fucked, Four Eyes.
Huh.
I mean, yeah, that's basically the setup for the movie. We're gonna get to know Liz's roommates, David and
Diana.
and they're dating. And David is secretly in love with Liz,
Yeah.
or not so secretly because everybody
Seems to know it.
everybody seems to know it anyway.
Yeah.
It's very out and open love triangle.
Yeah. So yeah, and then we've already kind of mentioned Ed. Ed is Shaun's like nerdy video game playing friend.
Burnout stoner.
Total burnout slacker. No job, sponges off people.
Yeah. He just sells a little bit of weed here and there.
Yeah, so, and then that also reflects on what the hell is that other guy's name? Pete, who will come back later. Pete is their other roommate, Shaun and Ed's other roommate.
It's very serious, gentlemen.
Yeah, he's basically like Liz. He's very fed up with these fucking guys, and wants to sort them out, and maybe he will at some point.
Perhaps. We shall see.
Yeah, he may finally reach his breaking point as an undead person at that point.
He might lose his mind.
Indeed.
He might go crazy. He might eat some flesh.
Yes. First he was depressed, and now he's eating
Now he
flesh.
eat some flesh.
That's all
Perfect.
Zeus over here.
Something, yeah. So that's basically the impetus for the events of the movie. We get to before we get back to the basic plot, I think it's really interesting that Dawn of the Dead came out right before this, and 28 Days Later came out right before this. And 28 Days Later is a British zombie movie. Dawn of the Dead, which the title is a reflection of the remake, and then the original Dawn of the Dead is about like kind of how there's no difference between them when they're dead or when they're alive, because all they do is hang out in the mall and walk around
Right.
looking for something that they're never going to find. And then this movie is doing that same thing, but not in like a serious sense. Like, here's a reflection of humans.
Right.
It's more doing it in like, well, humans are fucking losers.
Pretty much. They're
Whether
so
they're
dumb.
dead or alive.
Yeah, the reality is we wouldn't even notice zombies walking down the street.
They still suck, man. So Ed's solution, of course, is to let's just get fucking rip-roaring pissed.
What else is there to do?
Right.
What else you gonna get up to?
Yeah. I need a place where I can smoke and where I can drink.
Yes.
Right up my alley.
And a wiffle bat to smack some heads.
Yeah, so I mean, of course, as Kyle was alluded to, if there's ever a time to get fucking smashed up, it's after your chick breaks up with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, my fear, I guess my secondhand anxiety was kicking in because I was like, but I gotta go to work tomorrow. So yeah, I don't know if Shaun has. I know Ed doesn't have to work tomorrow, so
That says it all.
that's why Ed's down and just have a 3-day bender.
Yeah, he's got nothing going on either.
Sorry, there's when Pete tells Ed to clean the flat, and Shaun comes home from work, and he's like, "Doesn't look like you cleaned up." Oh, I had a few beers after I
Yeah, I cleaned up and had a few beers, and the place is just trashed.
Oh boy.
I always felt like Nick Frost in real life is probably just Ed in Shaun of the Dead, and like Simon Pegg is just Shaun.
I mean, based off of the fact that he's kind of that guy in every movie, I imagine that's the case.
Yeah, I think the only one he's not is
The
Out of My World's End.
That's the one. I can remember it. I always want to call it the other End of the World movie that those guys did.
No, I almost did that too. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny. That's funny you should mention that. I was watching it with my girlfriend, and she thought she had already seen this movie.
Oh,
Because she's like, oh yeah, the movie with Nick Frost and Simon Pegg where they're at the bar.
right. No, the other one with Simon Pegg and Nick Frost where they're at the bar.
Yeah, I'm like, this is actually a different movie altogether.
The first one.
Wait, actually, in all three of the movies, they end up at a bar together.
I haven't seen Hot Fuzz.
Hot Fuzz is great. I do like it. It's like Bad Boys, but funny.
That is a great way of putting it. The Bad Boys, a Bad Boys comedy buddy cop, but British.
Well, it's funny because they actually,
Yeah.
the main bit I know from Hot Fuzz is actually in this movie referenced where he goes to jump over the fence and the fence falls over.
Yeah.
Because the main thing on the trailer of Hot Fuzz is whichever one of them runs and does the fucking
Nick Frost.
the gnarly backflips over the fence and stuff.
Yeah.
That's Simon Pegg's character. Yeah, Nick Frost just runs through the fence.
Yeah, which is very clearly meant to be a reference to this, which is also the cornetto thing, which we definitely don't call them that here. You discussed this previously, and I believe we all decided that we call them drumsticks here.
They are
Drumsticks. They're drumsticks.
but I think Cornetto's a brand.
Oh, drumstick is a bad.
Yeah, I guess they are drumsticks. So
Who's to say?
Not hot.
Yeah, I haven't gone into a long, intense history of ice cream. One day.
I know that Dairy Queen started in I don't have. I'm just kidding. No idea.
Right, so Shaun and Ed get really, really smashed, and they pass out, and they wake up, and of course, Ed has left the door open.
No.
A thing that Pete has repeatedly been angry at them about.
Not again.
And zombies are wandering now. This is something that's been kind of happening in the background.
Yeah, as for the last little bit, right? As he's going to work for the second time, even when they leave the bar after they get smashed, that's when they first see the guy in the back alley.
Yeah,
that's that iconic the white guy.
And if you look in the background, I actually missed it at first. There's the people who appear to be making out.
The couple.
The chick is actually biting his head off, and his head falls off.
And as they turn to walk, turn to walk away, his head falls off. Yeah.
they say something like, "Get a room, you two."
Right.
And, like as soon as they turn, the head just like knocks off its shoulders. Which is a really funny, like, if you don't notice it, you're going to miss it.
A lot of the comedy,
I missed it at first. I really did.
Some of the great comedy in this show is kind of the stuff that's happening behind the scene of the camera. There's lots of little things. Like we were talking about the dumb apocalypse in the background. All the zombies are already there, but Simon's character doesn't know it.
Well, and some of them aren't zombies.
Yeah, only some, right? And you
Some
can't
of them are
tell.
actual zombies. Some of them are just humans being humans.
Yeah.
But it's reflective of zombies, hence Dawn of the Dead, Shaun of the Dead.
Mm-hmm.
There's also there's also a callback to the remake of Dawn of the Dead when Ed and Shaun are driving past the ambulance and they're looking in, the body in the body bag's like flopping like a fish. That's actually in the remake of Dawn of the Dead.
Nice.
Oh, I thought that might be
That came before this, right?
Just 1 year before
Yeah, okay.
was Zack Snyder's Dawn of the Dead remake.
It's also a good movie.
It is a good movie.
I haven't seen that in a long time either.
I liked that one.
And for my next, no,
Everything that movie is pretty cool except for the baby zombie.
yeah,
That was kind of stupid.
I don't remember Baby Zombie. Well, yeah, it comes out as a zombie, right? Yeah.
Probably for the best.
that kid is fucking weird.
I mean, speaking of which, it's basically the Dead Alive baby.
That I was
He
thinking
doesn't
of.
live long enough to be annoying.
Right, yeah. In a good way. Yet Alive Baby was annoying in a good way. One of the best parts of that movie.
That part, I mean, and that plot. I mean, we're not doing that movie, so I digress. I won't.
We should just do that one again.
I digress. So we're playing the video games, and they woke up, And then the doors open, and somebody happens to be wandering through the garden.
Oh, who's in the garden?
What's in?
Who's in the garden?
Before they went to bed, they noticed Pete had a bite on his hand.
So yeah, they wake up, and luckily for them, there is no zombie in the house except for Pete. Is Pete already a zombie at this point?
We don't know.
But I think he is already a zombie.
We know that when they went to bed, he had come, or before they had gone to bed, he came down and gave them shit and had a bite on his hand.
Yeah,
Because they were doing their discotheque in the living room
right
after the bar.
Speaking of which, the song that they are singing when they leave the bar is White Lands by Grandmaster Flash, which I didn't know when I first saw this movie. I never heard that song before. Or if I had, I sure as fuck didn't know what it was.
Me too. Yeah. If I
Also,
had, I
that's
didn't.
the album that they're playing when Pete chucks it out. That's the second album I've ever bought.
Good song, actually.
Yeah, it is. It's catchy as shit.
Just like a 7 or 8 minute song about doing coke.
Yeah, then they zombies in the backyard and they go out and check it out, right? Nick and Shaun are gonna go see what's going on out there. I love this part because there's a way where they work through their discovery of the zombie, not knowing it's a zombie. They think it's some drunk chick in the backyard messing around. Then they realize it's a zombie, and their course of action is to just start throwing everything they can get their hands on at the zombie, in and around its head.
It's extra funny because they go, yeah, they're doing the like, oh my god,
Yeah.
and it seems like they finally figured out what's going on,
Yeah.
and then they're like, no, she's so
drunk.
it's like, oh, they still haven't figured it out.
I really like when Shaun is tussling with the zombie, which they don't know what's a zombie yet.
Yeah.
And Ed runs in. He's like, 1 second, runs inside the house and grabs a disposable camera and like just takes a photo.
Well, yeah, of his buddy getting assaulted by an alleged drunk woman.
Yes. So again, they still don't realize. They think this woman is very, very inebriated and is coming on to Shaun as a result.
Mm-hmm.
And then finally, he shoves her. He warns her multiple times because he has to be a likable protagonist.
Yeah.
And then he shoves her, and she falls through. There's a
feels like a stand or something.
Yeah, there's like a garden table without the top on it.
Yeah.
And then she falls through and is impaled, and they're like, "Oh no!"
Yeah.
And then she just gets back up, and finally, we're about halfway through the book, and they finally have accepted zombies are happening.
And they start whipping the fucking vinyl.
Oh, because that's
at his head. Yeah, love it.
Well, and that's a recurring bit throughout the movie, is that despite the fact that these guys know enough about pop culture and zombies to know how to kill them, they're just really, really bad at it.
Yeah, not efficient. Not efficient killers.
So yeah, when they're hurling the record, even when they're hurling the records at them,
Oh, does me do shit.
and they miss most.
Yeah, all the time.
And that comes back later when he's got the rifle.
Right.
And literally, he's like, finally, we've got a rifle. And he misses like almost every shot anyway. And they're like, well,
Yeah,
so
the gun's only effective if you can aim it.
exactly. I love that they say there's only so many bullets. I forget the number. It's like 20-something bullets. And the first 10 shots are just miss, miss, miss.
Or clip the shoulder.
Mhm,
You know.
I love how they say. I know we're not really at that part yet, but like, how many out of all of our group, how many of us have fired a gun? Ed raises his hand. Not Ed.
Yeah, not Ed. Anybody but Ed.
Also, I don't think. Do we bring up the kind of racial thing that Ed says?
That
last
something. What as Brady was alluding to. So they're doing kind of what up, boy?
Yeah.
They're doing kind of like that white guys doing the black dude slang or whatever. And yeah, that eventually comes to a head. We're not at that point in the movie yet.
No.
But yes, Ed literally, a white guy drops the N-word in this movie.
Really?
Yeah.
How did I not notice?
I think it's a what up my blanks or something along those. But it's when he rolls up. It's after Shaun has separated from them in the car. And then he steps out of the car and he says, "Come on, my..."
Oh, okay.
Oh, when he crashes the car. He crashes Pete's car,
Yeah.
and they can take the Bentley
Yeah.
like Sean's dad.
And then he steps out, something my N-words.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
Classic.
It was probably kind of shocking in 2000.
Yeah, that would have been kind of shocking.
But today, I was like,
yeah,
my jaw was like on the floor. I completely forgot that was in the movie.
you just wouldn't do it.
I don't remember if people, because I was pretty young when that movie came out. Well, not really young, but like in the theaters, I remember people kind of laughing, but I don't remember if it was at that.
Yeah, so anyway, they eventually managed to finally kill this zombie, correct? Mm-hmm. You managed to kill her eventually.
Yeah, well, we missed the fat one. The fat zombie also comes out of the house.
Yep.
Because they leave the front door
That's
open.
the one that wandered in.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then Shaun has to go to, or they're trying to figure out where there's more weapons, but the garage. And so he's like, well, we need a key to get in. And he just rams through it like it's plywood.
Yeah.
Which is really funny. Like, you could have done
The whole time. Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's funny because though it kind of suggests what's the point of the padlock then, right?
Yeah.
If you can just kick through the fucking door.
Also, Ed, when they get, like, Shaun has the cricket bat and Ed has the shovel, and Ed, like, cocks the shovel like a shotgun.
Yeah.
And it looks like shells come out of it for some reason. I don't know if that was just me.
I didn't notice.
That, but it looks like it when I'm doing a hand gesture and it looks a little bit wrong. He cocks the shovel and, like, shells, like, come out of the shovel.
Fuck yeah, show us again.
Yeah, do it one more time.
Fucking show us one.
No, again. Okay.
If I could do it with two hands.
You'd need to.
I bet you could. Oh, for fuck's sake. Anyway, and then, yeah, before they leave, Shaun says, like, Ed's like, what if he's a zombie? And then Shaun's like, yeah, but what if he's just still pissed off?
Right. They're still kind of tiptoeing around him. Might not be zombies.
Pete.
Yeah.
Pete.
We're gonna borrow your car.
And then, yes, Shaun does confirm by going upstairs. Pete is in the shower. Maybe he probably still trying to get ready for work before he died.
Yeah, he's probably still cocking his shovel up there.
Yes. You thought you were going to get eaten and you were relieved because you don't have to go to work tomorrow?
Is this world?
Hashtag relatable content. Yeah, so this is where they concoct their plan.
Don't say cock. Yep.
So the plan they come up with, or
We're getting off topic. Oh, concoct. Did you use king come?
Oh, concoct me again. Fuck.
okay, excuse me.
It's enough penis jokes for 5 minutes.
Yes. Right. So this is where they're concocting the plan. To like what they're going to do to save the day, essentially. So the plan is to go to
Get Liz. Get mom.
go to rescue
Kill Phil.
Liz, get mom, kill Phil.
Go back to it's go to Mom's, kill Phil, go to Liz's, have a cup of tea, and wait for this all to blow over.
Right.
And then it just keeps going. Oh, go back to the flat. Whoa, shit! The flat's already been ransacked by zombies.
Yes. So this bit is like
bit.
probably one of the funniest parts of the movie because they run through it over and over again. And they keep changing the ending. And then Ed says, like, but I need somewhere where I can smoke. And then Shaun's like, yeah, in a place that we know. And of course, sure enough,
The Winchester.
they're going to go as the pub.
Get Liz. Take her to the Winchester.
But I don't want to go to Winchester.
Get it.
It's where we go every night.
TFB, Liz. This is where we're going.
We're going Winchester and losers.
I have to be real. And I actually think David's right, man.
What's that?
Why don't they just stay on the 4th floor?
No shit. They're in an apartment building.
Yeah, it's way safer to be on the 4th floor.
But if zombies come up the stairs, you're
kind of
fucked.
trapped. Yeah.
You could jump out the window, but there's still zombies. No, at least when you're on they even say in the movie, when you're on a ground level, they know where the exits are.
And think of the neighbors. What would they think if you were a zombie?
Yes.
In HOA.
I don't even think I think it's very unlikely. I guess who's to say, right? Who knows how many people in the apartment building are zombies already? Mm-hmm. So it's possible that it could be more dangerous to stay in the apartment. But I was Team David during that part. I was like, yeah, literally they haven't been attacked at all. And
They're just chilling.
They've been completely safe. Mm. And the only person who got in was Shaun. And then he leads the zombies to them. I think David has a point.
David might be smarter than that.
As much as we're not supposed to like David or think much of him, I think David had a point there.
Poor David.
Sorry, to harken back to before all the shit hit the fan. Well, already hit the fan. when Liz and Shaun are arguing in his apartment, he goes, they won't open the door for him, so he's like, "Oh, I'll climb up I'll scale the wall and go through." And he tries and
Gives up.
it gives up, and then Liz says, "Oh, my roommate's the failed actress and the twat," and Shaun goes, "I never called Diane a failed actress."
Yeah.
But then he goes to save them, he actually crawls up the drain pipe to get in the window.
One of the many recurring callbacks in this movie, because even at the end of this movie, they're going to be doing like they've kind of set up all the different themes at the beginning, and then they're having him start to buck them as the movie goes on.
Yeah, as he's growing as a character.
Yes.
Right? Earlier in the film, he couldn't climb. Now he's a zombie kicking badass, and he makes that climb no problemo.
Yeah, now he has the motivation to actually be more of a man, and then of course that's going to cause conflict between him and Ed as the movie goes on.
Yeah, poor Ed.
But since we were talking briefly about that montage, I think it's so funny that in every version of that montage, the mom runs out smiling like a fucking maniac.
And frolicking through the garden.
Yes.
Tiptoeing.
Yeah, it's really stupid. And like that's a funny thing because it's only funny if you notice it.
Mm-hmm.
But you could easily not notice it.
Right.
If you were just looking at Ed or Shaun during all these things. Mm-hmm. But if you look at her, she's like, la, la, la.
Yeah.
I understand it's like a dream sequence for Shaun. The
As he's playing it out. Yeah.
But like Ed still looks fucking stoned out of his mind, and Liz doesn't look happy at all, just mums.
And also, everything ends, no matter what, whether they're talking about having a cup of tea or a beer.
Yeah.
Every single version of it ends with Shaun winking at the camera, takes a sip.
Mm-hmm. As if he's accomplished saving the world.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway, so they eventually figure out that the plan is going to be to do all the things they mentioned, but get to the Winchester where they know where all the exits are. They know everything about the building, and there's beer and
smoke.
Yeah.
Yes. And jukebox.
And VLTs. Hell yeah,
Right.
baby.
And this was a peek into Brady's psyche. Obviously, this is a Brady pick. And I was just thinking so many times throughout this movie, I was like, oh my God.
That's Brady.
I finally understand him.
You know, they're even kind of doppelgangers. If you grew your beard out again, Brady, it'd look just like Simon Pegg.
They look like Simon Pegg with a
I
beard.
can see it. The pegged version of Simon Pegg.
If you have enough beers tonight, you might get Simon pegged. Please. Right?
Yes.
So yes, they
They're
steal.
talking. Yeah, they've worked through it a few
First, they steal Pete's car,
Mm-hmm.
and then they're cruising around trying to get the job done. But that gets us to Liz, Diane, and David, where there's a conflict over, as we mentioned, Shaun and David are kind of at odds because David hates Shaun.
Yeah.
You know, he wants to be Shaun.
Well, Sean's gal.
Yeah.
That's all there is to it. He wants his lady.
And even Diane seems to notice it, which is kind of weird. Yeah. She's just okay with being a second fiddle to Liz, I guess.
Who knows, man? Who knows?
Liz has all that body karate.
Yes.
So does Diane.
Yeah, but she's a failed actress.
I don't care.
And she's a twat.
She's not.
No, David's a
twat. David is
Great, excuse me.
Diane's a goddamn angel.
Yes.
with a nasally voice, which I kind of like.
It's true.
She's likable, yeah. Even though she's meant to be sort of a foil, she's a likable character. Much more likable than David, anyway.
Yeah, he seems to be the villain.
Well, he gets the villain's death.
He does. Jesus. Yeah, he gets his comeuppance.
Yeah, towards the end, I think we get basically everybody gets picked off towards the end of the movie, but
he's the only one that gets done dirty. Yeah.
His reason, that was the reason alone me and Brady were talking about before. We were talking about different horror comedies and whether they count or not. Dracula Dead and Loving It, Brady had brought up, and I said, no, there's nothing scary, there's nothing violent.
Not even remotely.
That doesn't count. Mm-hmm. But Shaun of the Dead, I was like, yeah, that counts. I was like, we see a dude get his fucking guts ripped out in that movie. So I'm like, yeah, you better believe that fucking counts.
Hell yeah. Such a good kill scene.
There's a lot of movies that you people class as horror, but they're just straight comedies that have
Yeah.
horror elements.
Or like dark comedy often gets
Yeah.
the
Like
horror tagline.
Ghostbusters. Nobody's scared of anything no. in Ghostbusters. No. It is a horror. You could call it a horror comedy. I wouldn't, because there's nothing scary in it.
Oh, but then we start splitting hairs. Why not? There's ghosts in it. Crewing it out.
Phil dies in the car.
Yes.
After he gives his very sentimental speech to Shaun about how he's actually... Shaun always looked at him he always looked at Shaun as an actual son and stuff, even though he was a little bastard.
Well, this is like one of the first payoffs in this movie, like, because this has been a very silly comedy movie up until this point, and this is like the first time where it has some real gravitas.
Yes.
Because first of all, it's Bill Nighy. Bill Nighy's a great actor. He's the one playing Shaun's stepdad, Phil.
The science guy,
Kyle just stole my fucking bit.
Motherfucker.
He did it again.
I did it again. You ain't never gonna stop me. Steal all them jokes.
So yeah, now they've got the full crew assembled. The Avengers are all here. And this is where they kind of meet to all the doppelgangers. Including Shaun, like Yvonne and John.
Yeah, we meet Yvonne in the beginning of the film before the shit hits the fan, because Yvonne just bought a new house and scares the shit out of Shaun. But yeah, so we already met Yvonne,
Yes.
and then we meet the doppelgangers that are just the same people, because Ed and the other guy at the very end are on their phones. Like, jackass.
So yeah, he's got his 6 survivors with him, and she's got her 6 survivors with her, and they're all literally just the exact same kid.
Slightly different carbon copies,
Yeah.
And then they all literally, in case you didn't get the bit, they all literally walk past
each other. Yeah. I love that stuff. There's so many of those little subtle things. I mean, they're not that subtle, but they just don't speak about them and let it say themselves.
They don't put a hat on it.
Yeah.
They're just like, pay attention, and hopefully you got the joke.
Hopefully you catch your shit.
TFB, man.
Yeah. And that's where they impale another zombie on a post or a pole or something, right? And then they start doing their acting lessons to try and blend in.
They take the tetherball
Right.
pole, and
Right.
because Shaun's the only one that seems to be feasible at killing. Or at least maiming us.
Only got the balls for it.
The tetherball's for it.
That's right.
Well, that's a good bit too, because she says use the tetherball pole,
Right.
And then he swings the ball around, and hits it in the face. He's like, it doesn't work. She's like, no, the other end.
Yeah.
Fucking idiot.
Well, if you like, he's probably thinking of a mace. He's like, I gotta knock the zombie's head off.
Just fucking thunk.
Yeah, he basically just hits it in the head with a tennis ball, and nothing happens. And he's like, whoa, didn't work.
Diane also teaching them how to act is super funny, because Shaun's mom is just normal, like, zombie looking.
Right. When they're walking through,
Yeah.
and she's just walking normal, and the rest of them are all.
Yeah, she doesn't have to change anything. Yeah, she's already like a zombie. Well, and that's a recurring bit throughout the movie, that she's so passive, and that comes back later after she's been bit and she's about to change.
Yeah.
And then she's like, "Oh, I didn't want to be a bother."
Right. Yeah.
Why didn't you tell us, Mom? Oh, I didn't want to bother anyone.
Right.
When they're passing the house that before they get to the Winchester, or the place before the Winchester, she looks at Shaun and she's yelling at the top of her voice, "Shaun, I believe this is Bub and David's house, or Virginia's and Frank's
Old friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it turns out it wasn't.
Yeah, and then that's the moment. She was tackled by a zombie, and it's revealed later on in the pub that she was bitten and she's about to change.
She got that chomp.
What also fucking pissed me off about this movie as an adult, I know old people that put their fucking Kleenex under their sleeves and leave them there.
Yeah.
They're like fucking zombies to me.
Yunk. Man, there's like a whole, I mean, we don't need to go down that rabbit hole, but there's a whole subspecies of old people and the weird fucking things they do, like stealing the ketchup packets or whatever from like the place.
Anything to get a little thrill out of life again, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That'll be me. I'll be fucking clipping ketchup packets left, right, and center, just passing some ketchup.
Yeah, asking for extra ketchup and then just like taking it home and be like, now they're on to buy no high.
Yeah, sticking it to the man.
Yeah.
Hey, Grandpa Kyle, do you have any extra ketchup? No.
Stop buying toilet paper and just take McDonald's napkins. Yeah, man. That's how you can save $1 or $2. There you go. That's thrifty. Frugal, even.
You could say it's
You know what's smarter? You shit in McDonald's
no,
and then
John.
steal their
Flush their toilets.
hell yeah.
McDonald's, new sponsor of the show.
Yes.
Oh, we'll get killed just for saying
Oh
that.
no, we all have diarrhea.
Yeah. Oh no.
Anyway, that basically gets us to the pub. Because that's basically the last thing that happens before they get to the pub. There's the like kind of the gag where everybody's passing each other.
Yeah.
Of course, Shaun and Ed and so on aren't the only people who wanted to go to the pub and drink in the apocalypse. All the zombies are also clamored around it.
I wanted to see what's going on. I love Ed taking a phone call, like just nothing going on. Yeah, just not up to much, buddy. Whatever he's got on his other end of his phone call there.
You know, some donor or person that wants to buy drugs who just happens to not realize it's a zombie apocalypse. Like, hey, what's up?
Yeah,
You want to hang out?
it's awesome.
Well, and that's sort of recurring about Ed being like this sort of oblivious. Like as Shaun is sort of waking up.
A nincompoop.
Yeah, becoming more cognizant of what's going on. Ed remains a fool.
Yeah.
And that's eventually going to play into their dynamic and how they split up at the end of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, they're all at the pub. Shaun, this part I was like, what are we doing?
Where Shaun has to create the diversion.
Yeah, Sean's like, don't worry, I'll create it. I mean, I get what they're doing as for him as a character, but if you just made a bunch of noise and then jumped into a pile of zombies,
He goes crowd surfing.
instant death.
Nope. Not for Shaun. If David did it,
Yes.
Cool. No, that'd be fun.
goodbye, David would be
So David's the dumbass that throws the garbage can through the window, thinking, "Oh, that's the way we get in," but that's the way the zombies get in. And Sean's the one's like, "Oh yeah, there's a back door."
That's why he dies the way he does.
Yeah.
Because he's a poop head. And because the reason he threw the garbage through the window is because he's garbage.
He's a garbage man.
Yes.
Only garbage men do garbage things.
He's trash.
We love you, trash man.
It's a metaphor.
David smashes that window and they all pile into the Winchester.
Yeah, and then it's turned back into the start of the movie, where they're all hanging out at the Winchester,
Having a pint.
just drinking beer and hanging out. And then David's line comes back. He's like, "Oh, what's his big plan? Sit in the pub, eat peanuts, drink a pint."
Yes.
And then it comes back, and it's literally what he's eating. He's eating peanuts. Do you guys want a peanut?
Yeah, and then they start messing around with the breaker. What happens? Someone, is it Ed that starts fucking around with VLT machines?
Well, this
he plays with the VLTs.
yeah.
first we get the reveal that Shaun did not manage to lead them all away. To follow him back, he goes downstairs to turn the breaker on for something so they can have some entertainment of and have some electricity. And when he flicks the lights on, it's revealed that all those zombies are outside that back door that he mentioned.
Yeah.
I love how he just pulls the curtain, just like, they can't see me, they're not there.
Yeah. Can't see it, it ain't real. It's horror movie 101.
But yeah, then they're upstairs trying to watch find news channels to see what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
And there's nothing but static, and then Ed hits the VLTs, and
Oh, yeah.
the coins come out, and they all just shut up for a second, and then I think it's Ed that turns on the jukebox.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or the jukebox was on autoplay.
They
from the
bump
beginning.
it. And then they scramble and they send David back there to start flipping switches to try to turn it all off.
And this is our first Queen moment.
Yep.
So there's one right at the end.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is
Queen beat down.
it's what's the song?
I can't remember.
Don't Stop Me Now. Don't Stop Me Now by Queen, which is notable for me. Like, again, not something I would have noticed necessarily the first time. Well, I wouldn't have because Umbrella Academy wasn't out then. But there's also an action sequence set to Don't Stop Me Now by Queen in Umbrella Academy.
Oh, nice. Is it done similarly? Is it a nod to this movie?
It's possible.
Or they just shared this song?
Yeah, it's possible. I would guess that probably it was the song choice was inspired. The scene is totally different.
Totally different. That's what I was wondering. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
But I wouldn't be surprised at all if that's why they chose
Some of
this
the
song.
songs, for sure.
What season that in?
It's the first season, yeah.
I don't remember. Oh yeah, no, I do remember.
It's the shootout with Hazel and Cha-Cha versus 5 in the department store.
Yeah. Oh shit, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is where they start to thin out the herd.
Yeah.
Because now now Ed has unfortunately drawn a lot of attention. And the zombies are here, and they're gonna start killing people. So David goes. Oh no! First the mom turns.
Yeah. And from there, things kind of just hit the fan.
Yeah. And then David gets pulled out the fucking window.
Yeah.
And that's where we get the grisliest, nastiest. And this is clearly a callback to like the original Dawn of the Dead.
Oh, for sure.
he definitely is.
This is a complete dismemberment.
Because bro gets, and they use the same makeup effect to
Make the guts come out.
to make it so that he's screaming and his guts are getting ripped out and they're being eaten while he's still alive. And
Sweet.
they're doing the whole thing.
And we get Pete back. Pete comes marching back in too.
Good old naked Pete, fresh out of the shower.
Fresh out.
Yeah, what a way to go, man.
In the shower.
No, I mean like still getting ready for work when you die, man. What a terrible way to fucking die.
That's how I'm gonna die.
No wonder you're so angry.
Putting my pants on one morning and fall over, and that'll be the end of me. Diane goes running after David as he's getting torn apart, and that's the last we ever see of her. She still loves her man, so she goes to try and save him.
Yeah.
And that's what my girlfriend was saying. She's like, she didn't actually die on camera. She just ran out.
She just ran out the door. We lose David, Diane, Mom, and it's down to
Liz.
Pete, Liz, Nick, and Shaun.
Oh, you have Pete.
We got to put Pete in there because Pete gets Ed.
Do we know he's actually dead?
Oh, well, we assume he's a
Is he
zombie.
just pissed off?
They shoot his eye out, so he's still alive. So he's a fucking zombie. Just a pissed off.
He's a
zombie.
pissed off zombie.
He's an angry zombie.
Well, and that's sort of a reflection of, as we've kind of been alluding to throughout, they're kind of saying that in death, very much again like Dawn of the Dead, they're still doing what they would do when they were alive, and that's a reflection of Pete wanting to he hates Ed so much.
He wants to fucking eat him.
Yeah, so finally at the end, he manages to bite Ed.
Yeah.
And so now he has successfully killed him.
Ed is done. Ed's bitten, chomped down on. And then they make their escape though. Liz and Shaun die behind the bar.
And Ed's back there with him, isn't he?
Yeah,
he
he
gets back there.
He hops back there after he gets bitten, and he makes a Molotov cocktail. No, Shaun starts pouring liquor on the
Yeah,
bar.
they light the bar up.
And then they light the bar up, and they go to the cellar.
They have to find a hatch.
Yeah.
Go into and this was part of one of the urban stories that they tell around the town of the Winchester, that there's a secret basement as well.
Well, yeah, and that was also one of them that was that the rifle actually works.
Right. And the dogs can't look up.
The title of like the name of the bar is the Winchester, and it's because there's a rifle prominently placed in there, and that's one of the many rumors about the place is that the rifle actually works, and it does.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because that's a good scene. We shouldn't breeze right past it.
Where
he pours the liquor all over the boat.
Yeah.
And that's the only thing that's keeping the zombies back.
Is the liquor in the bar? Yeah, like they were saved because they were at the Winchester.
Which I think that's meant to be a reflection of sort of what you were saying, Brady. That like in a way, Shaun is right, because everything that he said about why the Winchester is a good place to hole up,
that's true. They know the ins and outs,
and is reflected.
Oh, sorry, that's not where Pete doesn't get shot by the rifle. They leave the shells on the bar when they light it off fire,
right?
And one of them just pops and hits Pete.
Well, that's true. That's right.
And then so they're out of ammo. I think they have 2 shots for themselves, for Liz and Shaun.
Yeah, the idea is they're now in the basement. The zombies are closing in, and that's a really funny line where Ed's already been bit, and then he says like, it's okay, I don't mind being eaten, you guys can have the bullets. And then they start being all lovey-dovey. He's like, yeah, actually I think I do want to be shot.
Right. Liz and Shaun go through their big character moment about their romance, and Ed has to sit there listen to it while he's dying. Yeah, never mind, fuck that, I think give me the bullet.
Yeah, I think I do want to be shot, actually.
Fuck that.
Sorry to go back to the beginning, but in the beginning when Liz and Shaun are fighting, Liz says to Shaun, I quit smoking. You said you were going to quit smoking. And Shaun throws the cigarettes, but Liz brings them with her, and they have a smoke at the very end.
You can smoke in the pub at least.
You can smoke in the pub, yeah. Sorry. Also, that trapdoor thing is where if you run out of a keg in the UK, instead of someone walking into a cellar, yes, throw it down the door, down the stair thing, and my British buddy told me that. Shout out Gareth.
Yep, it's cool as hell. That's so they can load kegs in easier. Yeah. Well, everywhere should have that.
That's how you know your entire society has been founded by alcoholics.
Yeah, because that shit would have been built so it would have been built in so long ago.
Figuring it out.
Yeah. Keep him drunk.
Serve the queen.
Perfect. That stays.
Yes. Yes. I mean, this is the big payoff finally for the sort of relationship between
Liz.
the three final characters, because basically what Liz wants from Shaun is for him to like basically leave the lifestyle of him and Ed behind and embrace being an actual fucking adult.
Yeah.
And Ed also realizes this, and it's reflected in his choice at the end, where he allows them to go. They get to escape from the elevator while he holds off the zombies.
Mm-hmm.
And then that with that in mind, basically everybody's character arc is complete.
Yeah. Even Yvonne comes back one more time just to save Shaun's hide.
Yeah, at the very end when
She shows up with the military. Yeah.
So always, even as a kid, when I seen this in theaters, I was like, is she the smart version of Shaun that has her life on track?
Seems like it.
Shaun's just like the loser that doesn't know he's...
Yeah, well, she's also...
She got married or engaged.
She's got Martin Freeman on her team.
Heck yeah, and that's how you know she's winning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you got Martin Freeman on your team...
I saw his young face in there. I was like, hey, I know that dude.
Yeah. That was before like anybody. I mean, I'm sure people in Britain might have.
He might have been doing other stuff, yeah, but that was early.
But for us, like like, he wasn't in Sherlock yet.
Not even close.
He wasn't in The Hobbit yet.
Thin Blue Line, I think was his first British role, where he's a cop with Mr. Bean. Rowan
Atkinson, yeah. But that pretty much takes us to the end.
Yeah, basically, and then we get the little epilogue at the end where Ed is presumed dead. But
he's still just playing video games, this motherfucker.
Fucking great. I mean,
zombie me up.
If I had to die and just I get to play video games for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
It might be worth it.
I think Mike would be the happiest out of it just because I play video games.
And I don't have to go to work anymore or do any other grown-up stuff. I just sit in the shed playing fucking video games.
It's a trade-off worth thinking about.
Yeah, man. I might take that deal. But that's basically the end of the movie. Shaun and Liz have established their kind of adult relationship, but he's got a healthy relationship with Ed in video games where he can go do it for a bit and then he goes back to being an adult. And that sort of ends, that sort of like completes the arc for him as a character, who's our central character of the movie.
They also show from what they did in the beginning where Shaun wakes up and does the whole thing, and then Liz is sitting on the couch instead of Ed, and then Liz, I'm gonna go make a cup of tea. You want one? And I'm gonna pop in the garden for a bit, and Ed is playing the PS2 and tries to bite Shaun. No, and I think he smacks Ed.
Yeah, because and by the way, I think Perfect Dark was the game he was playing.
Perfect Dark was the game he was playing.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. I mean, anyway, that's basically the end of the movie. Final thoughts for me. I enjoyed this a lot more at 40 than I did at 20.
Really?
I watched this movie in the year it came out, 2005. And I kind of didn't really get what all the hype was, but I liked it well enough.
Yeah.
I saw it in the theater and I was like, this is fine. I just didn't get what all the hype was about. But I think British humor ages with you, kind of.
Yeah, a little bit. You see more of it.
Yeah, I hadn't really gotten into British humor when I was younger, so the dryness, like it doesn't put as we kind of mentioned, it doesn't really put a hat on any of the jokes or any of the developments or anything. It kind of just lets them be.
Yeah, there's no laugh track in this one to tell you when to laugh.
Yeah, and if you get it, you get it, and if you don't, you don't. So young Mike didn't really get a lot of it, missed a lot of it, and didn't necessarily have the life experience at that point to see why so much of this is funny.
Yeah. Fair enough.
So anyway, I liked it a lot more after all this time. Continuing a theme from previous episodes, the last couple episodes, I liked this quite a lot more than I did when I first saw it. And it was a great time. I had a lot more laughs this time, and I think it might be one I'll go back to in the future. I'm like a stupid, random, just need to put something on kind of night.
Yeah.
This is one of those movies. Like we've said it a couple times with different movies, like you get this throw on in the background,
yes,
and have a good laugh.
This is absolutely one of those movies like From Dusk Till Dawn that you could just chuck on
anytime,
or The Guest, and just chuck this on, have a few cheeky points, as Brady would say.
A cheeky point or two.
Yes. And then, just have a good time. Look up at the TV whenever you feel like it. And, meantime, you're just having a good time. And just anyway, good movie, fun time. Mr. Kyle Nickelbro.
Oh, similar thoughts, except maybe I liked it more when I was younger, but only because, like you were just saying, it's such an easy movie to chuck on in the background. I think over the years I've seen it so many times that I still like it, but it's lost a little bit of its shine and sparkle.
No, fair enough.
It's amazing, though. It's a great movie. It's funny as hell. There's at least one really solid kill through it, but it's just a good movie. There's a lot of really clever humor throughout the whole thing,
and subtle.
It's nice, yeah.
Very subtle. Yeah. Easily missed a lot of it.
If for some reason you haven't seen it, it's a classic and it should be watched.
And it's a good 90 minutes. You're in, you're out.
Well, not like so many of our other things. There's not a lot of thinking or effort to be put into this one. You just get to turn it on and laugh.
And
that's all you got.
Brady picked it.
Yeah. You just get to put it on and laugh.
So this is Brady's pick.
Mm-hmm.
Final thoughts, Mr. Brady.
Okay, so I seen this in theaters when I was fairly young. You said 2005?
2005, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I
possibly 2004, but I think 2005. Anyway, doesn't really matter what my
7 or 8 when this movie came out. Then a lot of movies came, like 28 Days Later and Dawn of the Dead came out. Like I was a huge zombies guy,
Yeah.
and also like Call of Duty Zombies was just
this
popping off.
Zombie craze. That
Yeah,
was the
not
moment
to-
where it happened.
For sure, not to jump in, but you're right. It's like this was right where zombies were absolutely picking up again. Like they were.
A few years after this, it's Zombieland.
Yeah.
And World War Z.
It went nuts.
Yeah,
for-
we also had all the really bad Resident Evil movies.
Yeah. There was a ton of zombie shit coming out.
Yikes!
Walking Dead was just on the horizon.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
and stuff, but like the zombie craze is. I'm glad it kind of died out a little bit.
Well, it didn't need. Yeah, it was just too.
Whatever that was, I don't know what phase of human history we were in at that point, but it was just zombie shit after zombie shit.
It was too much. Way too much. I started I didn't even watch a lot of it. I just didn't even.
No,
I mean at a certain point because I was like I couldn't be bothered to fucking care about zombies anymore.
No.
Yeah, but I also grew up with a lot of British comedies. Like
Yeah.
both sides of my grandparents loved British comedies.
Me
So
too.
Zombies and British comedies made sense to me. When the trailer for this came out, I was like, damn, I'm seeing that in theaters. My older cousin was like, yeah. So he asked my grandfather. My grandfather's like, yeah, let's go fucking see a zombie movie.
Nice.
Well, which he hates horror movies.
I just want to correct you. I think you were probably more like this.
I'm gonna go see that movie theater.
Doesn't my voice still sound like that?
Well, because you were 7 or 8, you said.
I still sound like I do. I do.
Still kind of look like it. Yeah.
I'm freshly shaven.
Yeah, you are fresh.
I'm gonna go watch that in theaters if someone pays for me. I don't have any money.
If someone drives me there too, hopefully someone will pick me up on the way and then drive me where I'm going after I'm done.
I'm in grade 3. What's a zombie? Okay. Anyway.
Sorry, Brady.
The bear was so the best thing I've ever heard. I like Kyle said, this movie lost its sparkle a long time for me. I'm still had a great time with it.
Me too. Yeah.
But there was something about it that I've seen better horror comedies as an adult, but there's something in the back of my brain and the tip of my penis that's like, this is a great
Vicious. Yeah.
This is still a funny movie. I'm always gonna love it, and if it's on, I'll watch it. Or if I randomly want to watch something I don't know what I watch, I'll watch this.
Right.
But I couldn't think of anything that the tip of my heart, the tip of my penis.
Perfect.
A little happiness came out.
Well, a little happy something.
Well, without it, I think we're basically at the end of our Shaun of the Dead episode. But that brings us to our next conversation episode. And it's our 50th episode.
Oh, 50.
What the fuck?
What a high number.
What the fuck?
When did we get to 50? Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's a lot of episodes.
Well, not yet. That's next week. But, yeah. Anyway, for our 50th episode, we have decided we're going to be talking about movies that kind of feel like horror movies, even though they're not, because there's a lot of that. There's a lot of movies that kind of fill you with an impending sense of dread, despite the fact that they're not really classified as horror movies. So we're going to be coming back next week to talk about that.
That.
And until then, we will see you in
7 days.
And until then,
Keep your eyes open.
and here's my butt.